So this video is so important because there's been so many myths over the years that I have heard about as you age, your body starts to fall apart, your knees, your joints start to hurt, your hair starts to fall out, your digestion gets crappy, you start to gain a lot of weight. All of these things that are myths. And the reason why they're myths is because what you believe is what you will become. What you believe is who you are, right? So we feed ourselves all of these lies for years because maybe we saw that with mothers or grandmothers or aunts or uncles or, older siblings. But because they have had that experience doesn't mean that that experience needs to be true for you. If you listen to anything by Bruce Lipton, who talks about epigenetics, we see that, even though somebody might have a disease, a lot of diseases, most diseases are only turned on by a gene. So the genes are not directly from you. The genes are from the environment. So a gene, like a disease, will not turn on unless you are living in a negative environment, eating crappy food, doing things to harm yourself in a sense of lots of junk food and negative thinking and not living an active life, then your genes will be expressed and turned on in that sense. But the opposite is also true, where you can live an abundant, healthy life, disease-free, if you are taking care of your body, if you're taking care of your mind, if you're doing the things that are empowering you and your body. And as we age, we don't need to break down. In my early 20s, I got into, well, I should say probably 19, I got into health and fitness. And I've never believed in dieting, but I did believe in implementing healthy things into our life. So it's not just implementing healthy food, but it's also a healthy concept of the mind. And how do I empower myself? How do I think about myself? How do I speak to myself? And incorporating healthy supplements, because I really believe that the soil is very, very depleted in all of the minerals and vitamins that we need in this day and age, because the farmers are not replacing the minerals like they used to 50, 60 years ago. So especially magnesium and such. So we do need to supplement. So what I've always known and gathered over the years is feeding my body accordingly. I've also really, at a young age, in my 20s, really started studying hormones. So as I aged, my body didn't shift the way a lot of my friends were, because they were continuously, drinking a lot of alcohol, which affects your hormones, affects your liver, affects your detoxification methods, eating a lot of processed foods and thinking, oh, I'm young, who cares, 30s, 20s and 30s, I can do this. But the younger you start to eat healthy and start to do a lot of self-development and start to really empower yourself at a younger age. So if you're a teenager listening to this, right on, that as you age, you will not decline. You will not deplete your body. Your body will not break down the way that we have been taught. I didn't have my son until I was 42 years old. And the second I decided to get pregnant, I was pregnant the month after, because I worked on my hormones way prior, keeping them balanced. PCOS is a very big topic for infertility. A lot of doctors don't even, recognize that with women. They don't talk about hormones with women. That's why I always really suggest to people to go to looking at hormones through a functional doctor, because they will test all of your hormones. And if your hormones are even slightly off, you are affected. So thyroid, estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, all of those things, even slightly off, will be affected. Whereas you go to a medical doctor and their scale is so big. So until you are way off, will they medicate? But if you go to a functional doctor or a naturopath, there is preventative things that you can do and things that you can get on right now and foods to change your life so that your hormones can get balanced. So because I was, thankfully, for me, educated in that, I got pregnant right away. My pregnancy was amazing. And it was very interesting because in my situation, being pregnant at 41, all the doctors were like, oh, you're high risk. Oh my God, this is going to happen to you. And this is going to happen to you. And this is going to happen to you. None of it happened to me. I was running until I was 7 months. I was still hiking in the mountains at 7, 8 months. I was working out until I was 41 weeks pregnant. And then I gave birth at 41 weeks. But I was working out and I loved being pregnant. I didn't have all of those things that people said was going to happen. My hair grew thick. My hair grew long. I loved my state. After I had my son, people said, oh, your hormones are going, you'll have to worry about postpartum. Oh, you'll have to your hair is going to fall out. My hair stayed thick. My hair got longer. Before I had him, my hair was only to here for my whole life. And then I started taking the supplements and learning about other things that my body required in order for me to be healthy that I was lacking. And also, one of the things I educated myself on prior, and this might be something for any of you guys that are looking to be pregnant, is that I encapsulated my placenta. And I know that sounds weird, but it's actually not, because it is full of nutrients, vitamins, minerals. And so it really, really helps to reduce or eliminate postpartum depression, because you're feeding your body all these nutrients that the baby has been pulling from you as you were pregnant. So really important to replenish that. The other thing is that, making sure I'm getting good quality curcumins and good quality anti-inflammatories. I don't eat gluten. I don't eat dairy. If I had access to raw dairy, then I would probably eat that, but I don't. I don't eat any of the things that cause massive inflammation. So do I have issues with my joints? No. Do I feel like I'm slowing down? No. I feel like I am in my 20s and I'm 45. I feel and I embody the life of a 20-year-old. I walk around every day feeling like I am young. And so when I am with friends that are in my 30s and they're like, well, I'm so old, whatever follows I am is who you become. Your words have power, your energy has power, you become power. What you think about all the time is the behaviors that you're creating within yourself. So you can create a different lifestyle based on the thoughts that you have, because you start thinking and feeling and embodying a different version of yourself, the true version of yourself. You are going to start creating different habits. What are the habits that a healthy person has? What are the habits that someone with high health, high energy have? Well, it's probably not what you're doing right now if you have poor health or ill health, or you're negative, or if you're lazy, or you feel you're lazy. Because lazy is not something that you are, it's just something that you have created in your life. Again, like if you say you're a procrastinator all the time, that's just an identity that you've created within yourself, and you can switch that. You can flip that. You can become the healthier version of yourself. There's so many things. And I know that when I talk to a lot of people about these things, they have resistance, or they get angry with me. Well, no, I was told this, or I was told that. Okay, you might have been told that, but what intuitively do you feel? Do you feel that's true? Is that true? Who are you really? And a lot of us just look on the outside, and we've been living on the outside for so long, meaning what doctors say is truth. So if a doctor says you have 3 months to live, then they believe that, then they're dead in 3 months. Whereas others, and I've seen this so many times, and I've read hundreds of books on this, where people decided to believe the opposite, and they lived years later, years, and they did whatever it took to find other modalities of health. Because there's many modalities. There's not just medical. You can intertwine medical with holistic, with, Chinese, with all of these other beautiful modalities that are out there. And there's hundreds, if not thousands and thousands. So as long as we live our life with an open mind and joy in our heart, and almost like that childlike feeling, then we can create anything. We can create a different, truer version of ourselves that we're living. And so being in my 40s now, this year, 2024, my vision for myself is to lift heavier than I've ever lifted before with my weights, to be stronger than I've ever been, to be able to do the splits. I used to be able to do the splits in the 20s and 30s, but I haven't done them in years, so I'm going to start doing that again. Start doing handstands, walking handstands. Like, you might think, this is so stupid. That's for me. This is kind of what I want. I don't have the vision of having, I don't know, a Chanel belt or whatever. My vision for me is the best health of my life. What your vision for you is great for you. So this is for me. But what I am telling you in this video is that your health does not need to decline. You don't need to believe in all this. Like, oh, my doctor said I need to start taking this and this and this because, of my age. Look at your nutrition first. How many antioxidants are you getting from your food? How much live foods are you getting? How much organic foods are you getting? What are the quality of the supplements? Don't go to a pharmacy to get your supplements. Go to a health food store, good quality. Talk to the people that are knowledgeable. There are things that you can do to really enhance your health. It does not need to decline. Your hormones don't need to completely deteriorate like we've been led to believe as we age. We have been so conditioned, especially women, because we have a lot more hormones. They're way more complicated, more intricate. One hormone goes off, it's like a domino effect. It affects other ones. So how can we educate ourselves so that we keep our bodies in balance? Well, number one thing, guys, and I said this in so many videos, but I'm going to say it again to you right now, is that how do you manage your stress? You have to have some method that you do on a daily basis to relax your mind, chill you out, something that you do, either meditation, grounding yourself out in nature, sitting beside water, reading a book, watching a YouTube video that's really enhancing your life and making you feel good, something. You need to do something, or else you're never, like, I don't want to say never, but you're going to spiral. You need to find something that works for you, that you really enjoy and you look forward to every day. And sometimes you have to alter your habits, which means you might have to be like, okay, I got to get up. I got to go bed an hour earlier every night because I got to get up an hour earlier before the kids get up, or before I have to go to work, or before all this other chaos starts, so that I can do me. And that the rest of the day, I'm feeling good because I did me in the morning and I was grounded myself and I was able to give my mind what it needed, my body what it needed. Maybe for you, it's going for that walk. Maybe for you, it's working out. Maybe for you, it is listening to Tibetan singing bowls. I don't know. I don't know what it is. You need to figure that out. So I wanted to bring this up to you guys because maybe you've been having those thoughts in your mind. Maybe you're in your 20s, maybe you're in your teens, and you're thinking, oh man, I don't want to get old. I'm telling you, as we age, we have more wisdom. It feels great. And if you really take care of this beautiful temple and you do all the things that you need to do to keep it healthy, because what's more important, being like your friends and partying on the weekends, or still going out with your friends but doing your own thing when you're with them? Meaning, like for me, I don't drink alcohol. I haven't drank alcohol in years and years. And when I did, I didn't really drink, other than when I was in my late teens and very early 20s. And then I was like, no more. This doesn't feel good. This doesn't work for me. It didn't align with me. And when I was a teenager, I did it because I lived in a very small town where a lot of people did that. And I wanted to be liked, but it never felt right to me. And I still did it. But as I got older and got into self-empowerment, and as soon as I hit 25, I was like, I don't like this. Don't want to do this anymore. So for 5 years, I didn't drink one sip of alcohol. When I turned 30, for a couple years, I drank some, like meaning when I had a glass of wine, it was like half a glass of wine. That's good. Don't need any more of that. And then as soon as I got into my late 30s again, I was like, no, I don't like this. And so no, I actually don't ever want to drink again. It doesn't appeal to me. It doesn't work for me. And you might like the taste of it and you like how it feels. That is you. You do you. This is my story. And that I realize that no matter how other people react to me because I don't drink, that's their issue. That's their opinion. If they have an opinion on it, you know what that saying is? Other people's opinion of you is none of your business. And that's how I feel, is that people can judge me all that they want, but I'm living my truth and I'm living my happiness and I'm living my health. And as I get older and people are asking me, how do you have this much energy? How are you doing what you're doing? How do you live with such joy? They want to know. And so I'm helping them and I'm coaching them and I'm teaching them and I'm sharing. I'm sharing because that's what I'm here to do in this lifetime, I believe, is to help people live their best life. And so in order for me to help live their best life, I got to live my best life. So anyways, you guys, if you like this video, you can like and subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next video. Love you all and live the best, healthiest day for yourself. Bye.